Baby! Baby! Ah! First of all, first of all, I'm gagging. I'm gagging because why did she gag them people like that? I niece. So first of all, I didn't even think I was going to come on and go live and all of this, that, and the third. Like, I didn't even think that was going to be a thing. But Miss Fani Willis, Miss Fani Willis, I'm gonna wait for y'all to get in here because the people I see y'all log in. It's giving log. I haven't done a Facebook live in quite some time. But here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. So first off, I got on my fuck off respectfully hat because that basically sums up what today was in the courtroom. I I'm gagged and I'm gooped and I'm gooped and I'm gagged. Okay? Oh, I still got the tag on my head. I ain't never wear this. Hold on, let me take it off. Um, I'm gagged. Now, for those of you who have been under a rock, maybe you didn't see my post today. Um, Fani Willis basically roasted 5 attorneys today. If you've been under a rock, Fani Willis is basically being, questioned. I don't want to say on trial, but she's basically being questioned because of her relationship with one of the lead attorneys on her case against Trump and his counterparts for election interference. Woo! Child. When I tell you, bitch, this was given How to Get Away with Murder. It was given Olivia Pope, bitch. It was given Real Housewives of Atlanta, bitch. It was given Married to Medicine, bitch. It was given Nene Leakes, bitch. It was giving Phaedra fucking Parks on Traitors, bitch. Okay? The bottom fucking line. I have a whole timeline of shit. Now, see, here's the thing. Here's what I think has happened. Okay? From the story, because Nathan Wade, which is, the guy that she was creeping with, testified, and then her former homegirl testified, the Robin Yardy. I don't want to say, I was getting ready to say the Robin Yardy bitch, but I don't want to disrespect black women, but in this case, bitch, you tried it. But she testified and Fani testified. So what it's giving to me, I'm going to give you a synopsis first because we have to dissect some of these one-liners, bitch, because I have the t-shirt printer on standby as we speak to get some of these quotes on some fucking shirts. So the first thing is, what it's given to me is this. Trump, counterparts, attorneys, find disgruntled former friend / co-worker, employee, whatever you want to call this Robin Yardy lady, who from all accounts was told either she needed to resign or she was going to get fired. So it's given one of two things. Either sis was not doing her job and they was trying to get her to bow out gracefully before they canned her ass, or sis really wanted Nathan Wade, bitch, and was mad. Okay? Now, we know this is all a deflection. But let's get into this. It's also given that when Fani was saying that she didn't want to put his business out here there and he had cancer, he was facing, a serious issue. What is given is this. Fani basically is given, girl, we really did start out as friends. He had probably testicular cancer because if you look at the testimony, bitch, when she was talking, we're going to get into how she was fucking reading down, bitch. But when she was talking, she was like basically alluding to, bitch, it was no way we was even fucking before 2022 because the nigga was missing a fucking testicle. He had testicular cancer. He had some shit going on downstairs. So how the fuck was we fucking? And he wasn't even well equipped at the time. That's what it's giving. It's also giving that she was lonely, he was going through a tough time, and the friendship blossomed. Out of that friendship, once he got his dick together, then they started fucking. That's what it's giving. Then when they started fucking, and then after COVID was over, she was, they going on trips and shit and all that. She found out that he was a fucking chauvinist and slightly misogynist. That's what it's giving. Now, if we look at Fani, Fani is a graduate of Howard University. Bitch, I gagged when she said Howard and then she mentioned Morgan. No, we don't want them mentioned in these circumstances, but it's giving. And I'm going to tell you why in a minute. So, it's giving, we started dating. I found out that he wasn't shit. And he had me fucked up. And then we had a difficult conversation. Because let's pause here for a minute, right? She said that she and Nathan Wade would get into these brutal arguments, and one time he told her the only thing a woman could do for him was make him a sandwich. And then that's what she said, a man is not a plan, a man is a companion. Bitch! When she said that! Now I'm gay, y'all know I'm gay, I mean really. But I lived. For those of you just joining in, this is giving full out faggotry for me, because I fucking lived, bitch. I fell the fuck out. So that's what it's giving. It's giving disgruntled homegirl. Now, mind you, she knew Robin Yardy since the fucking 90s. See, she said since 1990. Okay? We probably won't be on here for about like a smooth 45. I said 20, but bitch, we got a lot to cover. She knew Robin since 1990. Now, when she was describing Robin, it was given very much of, we was cool, we was in college, we used to hang out and shit, all of that. She probably said, oh, Robin, yeah, girl, let's work it out. Robin got a job. Robin probably wasn't producing because they do have, and this is all speculation, I want to say allegedly, this is just my theory. This is not true because Robin looks like she's the type of bitch that sues, and I ain't got it, bitch. I am very much Tasha K when it comes to that. Now, it's given, Robin thought because they was homegirls, Robin really didn't have to do her goddamn job. Okay? And so Robin was probably fucking up at work, and Fani, being a good girlfriend, probably said, look, girl, they about to fire your ass, or I'm going to have to fire your ass, so I'm going to give you the option to resign, or we going to have to fire your ass. And she resigned. That's what it's giving. That's what it's giving. And then no shade, and you can't judge a book by its cover, but Robin giving scandalous. Her whole aesthetic. Bitch, first of all, bitch, you ain't even have the heart to show up in person, bitch. You saying all this shit just like an internet bitch, just like an internet gangster. You're saying all this shit via Zoom, bitch. You're not even in the courtroom. That was the first gagger. It's easy to lie or I don't want to say lie, but embellish your theory when you ain't got to sit and look a person face to face. And also, too, Fani wasn't in the courtroom at that time. First gag. So, like I said, him and Fani and Nathan, he was going through a tough time. She looked out. She was fucked up. She getting threats and shit from not only the Trump shit, but she got Young Thug and all them on trial. So she probably getting threats left and right. They was cool or whatever. They hung out. His dick was fucked up. They became friends. They was eating and shit. Then once he got his dick together, then they started fucking and going on trips. And she soon found out that he wasn't shit. Because see, when a person is sick and in need, you don't see the worst of them. You don't see them when they talking cash shit. Okay? But once he got his shit together and he was back in the game, that's probably when he revealed his goddamn self. That's what it's giving. Now, that's the overall arching story here. Okay? Now, let's get into this testimony. So, first of all, Nathan Wade's testimony, it was good enough. Nathan Wade's testimony was good enough in the way that Fani didn't have to clean none of his shit up. Now, if they was really fucking, you know, after the case started or when she went to go prosecute or whatever, at least they had enough sense to get their stories together. Okay? Because the stories was aligned. Okay? Then, y'all going off in these comments. This is hilarious. Then, so he didn't go in, like he didn't carry like Fani did, but he didn't fuck it up either. So she was going in good. Okay? So let's talk about how Miss Mamas came into the courtroom with the heels, clack, 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 clack. I was waiting for you at the door, bitch. That's what it was given. It was given I was waiting for you at the door. And that's no fucking shade. Okay? Let's look at the prosecutor. First off, let's think about this. This woman faced questioning from 5 to 6 different attorneys. Now, I have a problem with this, and here's why. Because, as she clearly displayed today, she can handle that. I feel for a regular citizen who does not know how to deal with lawyers, who does not, you know, who's going to crack under those lights and crack under that pressure. I feel for those people, because if it was me or you, I'm going to admit it. One attorney, I might get with his ass. But 5 to 6, bitch, at some point, I'm going to just tap out because I'm tired. So let's think about that. Sis battled 5 different attorneys, and she gave that white lady the blues. I mean, all of them was white, but the lady, ma'am, first of all, it has to be embarrassing to have a witness on the stand tell you how to ask clarifying questions. When she told that lady, and I'm paraphrasing, basically, bitch, you're not asking concise enough questions for your case. You need to narrow the question down so I can give you a complete and concise answer. I fell the fuck out. I fell out. That lady didn't know what to do with her. That lady did not know what to do with her. Then let's get into, first off, when she talk about the money that she keep in the safe, I do know a lot of people, especially people in the South, black people, who do keep money on their person and do keep money in their house. Okay? So that's not far-fetched. But she got this bitch tussling through paper. She wrestling. She asking the same questions over and over and over again. And I'm gagging. I'm gagging too because, see, here's the thing. Here's another point that we're missing. This was not just Fani Willis on the stand testifying. This was Fani Willis on the stand testifying. This was that judge on the stand testifying. Bitch, it was the fucking stenographer testifying. Because, see, what these Trump attorneys are forgetting is that Fani Willis is just the person trying the case. She is not the only person who suffered due to what they pulled in 2020 trying to steal that election and harassing those people in Atlanta. See, people don't, you know, even though some of these Trump people may have short memories, these people don't have short memories. These people's lives, thank you, Claude, in that, these people's lives were impacted by the foolishness that the Trump campaign tried to pull in Atlanta. These people got threats. The election workers got threats. Remember, they won that case, that civil suit against him. All of them were impacted. So you're not just coming in there questioning her about who she was fucking. They're taking this personally on all fronts because they want vindication for what happened to all of them during that election. And it was evident because, no shade, the judge was her fucking second lawyer. It was like Fani and the judge was on the stand. First of all, this might be the only time I seen a white male judge go in for a black person, especially a black woman. When I tell you he was 10 toes down for Fani out this motherfucker, when he told one of them prosecuting attorneys, you're done, you can go sit down now. He told, you've asked this question about 3 times over. When I tell you the judge had time today, the judge had time today. And he's a Republican judge at that. He's a Republican judge at that. I ain't never seen no shit. That show you how annoyed the people in Atlanta and the state of Georgia are with the Trump campaign. And then I think also too, in addition to them being annoyed, I think they're insulted. I really think they're insulted because after going through what they've gone through, they're like, bitch, you done said and put us through the ringer. You know y'all tried to interfere with this election, and then you're going to try to twist it and put us on trial? Oh, hell fucking no. Hell no. I ain't never seen no shit like that ever in my life. Another thing too, but here's the flip side to that. Because we still got to get into these quotables and what else happened. But here's the flip side to that, Cabinet. This also scared me. This also scared me. And you know why it scared me? And what scared me was how the judge, Fani Willis, clicked up. How he basically, like, this was not Fani being questioned. This was Fani questioning them and then telling them, you're asking me the wrong questions. You know why I don't like this? I'm not going to say I don't like this, but why it scares me? Because what if I'm on the other side of that? And see, no shade, the South has a reputation when it comes to legal matters and you getting railroaded. Now, while I'm clapping and cheering, because in this case it's being used against criminals and fucked up people, but what about the people who this happened to and they weren't? Or they didn't have the good lawyer? That's what kind of worried me when I saw it. So while I am happy, I love the display, I love the defiance, I'm like, damn, what if I'm on trial in Georgia and the judge is good girlfriends with the district attorney and the stenographer go out to lunch with the judge and the bailiff be going out to TGI Fridays with the sheriff on weekends. So look, that's something to think about. That's something to think about. Okay? Now, when we get into the line of questioning, first of all, I think here's why I posted today on Facebook. I said I feel like I'm watching an icon being made. Here's why today was important. In modern history, I'm not talking about in the 60s, I'm not talking about in the 70s, I'm talking about now. I've never seen a black person on a stand be that defiant, that have that much wherewithal, and be supported by a judge. A Republican white male judge at that. As a black person in this country, just that alone gagged me. It gagged me. If I'm a black woman, I'm hollering right now. Now, I've seen on, Shade Room and all these different places where people are like, yeah, girl, you fucked up your bag, you fucked up your shit because you was fucking him. And based on what was reported and what was in the indictment, yes, we would all say that, right? But what Fani Willis did, I even said it, what Fani Willis did was something that is very difficult to do, is that she now makes me question everything. Because when she laid out her case, I'm like, okay, sis, this is making sense. And y'all know, I'm very fair. Okay? Y'all know I'm very fair. And when we look at how she laid things out, it made me say, yeah, basically she painted Nathan Wade as a messiah, and no shade, and this wasn't said, and she didn't call him any of this, but she painted him as a misogynist, old school, man's man. And she wasn't having it. That's what she painted him as. Even when she said that she paid him in cash, and she made sure she gave him his money. The way that she said it, and when she said it, totally gave me, oh, I didn't want him to have nothing over my head to say he did anything for me. That's what it's giving. Now, she said the relationship is over. Both of them said the relationship is over. Also, too, I gained so much respect for her because she did something on national television that I never thought I would see. And it was, you could tell she was in Atlanta when she said, I will not emasculate a black man, and put his personal business out there. And then the attorney was like, what? She leaned in and said, I will not emasculate a black man. Did you understand that? Bitch! Bitch, I was gagged. I was gagged. Like, I was like, oh. Like, where's my bucket? I was gagged. And when she said it the second time, dumb white folks ain't know how to react to that. They and we in the South too, they didn't know how to react to that. They didn't know how to react to that. And I also truly believe that more happened, but she didn't want to put him out there. And I'm talking about Nathan Wade. Even when she broke down the financials of what they get paid for contracts and cases, and I don't have the exact numbers to quote. I'm sure that'll be in the transcribe and everything, but I was watching. She basically, in so many words, said, I don't even pay them the top dollar that other DAs pay. I'm actually cheap. And basically to insinuate that he don't even make enough money for me to be financially benefiting off of him. Because once again, that's what this whole case is about. Did she financially benefit off of putting him on the case? And when she laid out the financials, it's like when I started adding it up, I was like, yeah, sis, he ain't rolling in the dough. So it was interesting to see that piece unfold. I think also too, with this particular um this particular case, Fani Willis did a master class on how to assert yourself. Now, of course, everybody ain't gonna be able to to do this, right? Of course, let's keep it a buck. She is in. You're going against the home cooking. They in her home state, her home city, where all of the people she knows. So we gotta give credence to that, right? But when she told that lawyer, I think it was like the third attorney, please don't yell at me. I love that. Because oftentimes when you're on trial, and we've all seen it, we've seen it on television, we've seen it, when we got to go, do jury duty, or when we got to go support, that one family member that, that's caught up in the game, how nasty, rude, and condescending lawyers are to people on the stand. And we got to see firsthand how, no, that's not going to fly here. That's not what we do. And you're not going to disrespect me. I am a district attorney. I am a graduate of Howard University. I went to law school here in Atlanta. I am a district attorney trying one of the biggest cases against a former U.S. president in history. You will not talk to me like I'm trash. And I fucking loved it. I loved it. Miss Merchant, if you was trying to make a name for yourself as this attorney that went head to head with the district attorney who's taking on Trump, bitch, you failed miserably. And that's just the facts. If anything, we got schooled on national TV at how your education was not the best. Because Fani Willis was clearly the superior attorney in that courtroom. Even against her own attorneys. When they was doing objection, she was like, no, I can answer the question. Now, the thing is this, right? The thing is this. She said, when she told them, I think you have it confused. They're on trial for trying to steal an election in 2020. I'm not on trial no matter how much you try to make me on trial. Which is the fucking facts. Because this is all a distraction. This is all a distraction. Okay? But she's clearly the superior attorney. And somebody in the comments, I forgot who it was, somebody in the comments just said, the lawyers that he has now, Trump has now, aren't the best because he don't have any money and he owes the good ones a lot of money and they didn't stop representing them. And that's a very good point. Because these attorneys were not as sharp as I would have thought they would have been. Okay? When I look at all of this, today, they made Fani Willis a star. Fani Willis is going to be on the cover of Essence. She going to be at every award show. She going to be getting an Image Award. She might get a Kennedy Center Honor if they give those to lawyers. They made a star today. And that wasn't the intention. The aim was to make her look incompetent and like a criminal. And it backfired really bad. Really bad. Also, too, when she said, now you trying to tell me how to pay my bills? Or how to spend my money? When she said that, niece, what are you doing? When she told Miss Merchant, oh, you telling me how to pay my bills? How to spend my money? She ate them the fuck up. Now, there are people from the Trump camp, Trump voters who are not going to, who are not going to view it the same that we're viewing it, no matter what was said, right? And we have to accept that. There is going to be an attempt to discipline and disbar Fani Willis. That is also going to be a thing. Another thing that kind of upset me a little bit, I shouldn't say upset, but kind of annoyed me as I'm looking on the internet as the trial's going on, looking at Shade Room and, The Hill and all these different places, because I'm looking on Black Twitter. And you have largely a lot of people saying, yes, Fani, go the fuck in. You eating them the fuck up. But then you had, and I saw it from black women like, oh, she shouldn't have fucked it up. Fucking the lead attorney, and she doing too much. She going to get disbarred. But you have a whole president who has been doing too much since 2016, 2015, and he somehow made it all the way to the White House and is helped incite an insurrection, got cases out the ass, and is going to be the Republican nominee for a second term in office. But that's not too much for y'all. In fact, some of y'all are actually going to vote for Donald Trump. With all of that going on, you're still going to vote for him. But Fani Willis is doing too much for defending herself, her reputation, her livelihood, and her legacy in a courtroom proceeding where she's an expert attorney. Another thing that we have to break out of is, I get on here, we sit and talk all this shit about, black liberation and freedom and equality and, equity and all of that stuff. But as soon as we get in situations like these, you see comments like, girl, you gotta be humble. You gotta keep it cute. You doing too much. Don't she have a right to speak up for herself? You basically saying, know your place, black girl. And I don't even like to bring race into shit like that. Because I'm a gay black man in America. I get it from all sides. So, for me, I look at it as it is what it is. But you basically telling that lady to stay in her place. You basically saying, yeah, we want liberation, but with a caveat. We want equality, but with an asterisk. Go high, but bitch, don't go too high to where we can't see you in the sky. You my shero, but only when you subservient to my hero. You my sis, but not when you a bitch. I'm preaching. I know. But it's not your career. You didn't go through years of college and then years of law school and then years of passive aggressive, behavior from your peers, microaggressions, sexism, racism, misogyny, being doubted like you're dumb, being double checked, being micromanaged to see if you actually know what you know that you know, and that what your degree says you know. You didn't go through all that. Okay? So you're damn right. That lady should have showed her ass today. And she didn't raise her voice doing it. That's the gagger. So when she told that one attorney, don't yell at me, she was right. Because you know what happened? They were getting frustrated with her. They were getting frustrated with her. And their frustration, they started yelling. They started getting flustered. They started getting angry. She was saying, yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. She told them that these were lies, but in her world, that is what she's supposed to say. These are unfound non-truths. No, they were lies. But we're always the ones who get in our feelings, according to what's put out there. We're the emotional ones. We don't know how to keep it together. If I had a wig, I'd flip the shit out of that bitch right now. And so, looking at this whole situation, I don't know what's going to happen to Fani Willis. But I'm better for her testimony today. I'm better for it. I'm better for it because today I got to see in person, well, not in person, bitch, via satellite, why black women are our armor, our defense, our wisdom, our grace, and our biggest asset as black people. Today, a case was made, proven, and reinforced that we must protect black women at all cost because they are the best of us. They are grace under fire. They are fierce protectors. They are the sword and the shield of our community. I don't know how else to say it other than that way. And I know maybe some people will say, you're being extra. Oh, you read too much into it. But I've been around a long time. I'll be 40 years old in November, and I can't believe it, quite frankly. But I've been around a long time. And I feel like, this is getting ready to get real deep. Willie Lynch said that his method of controlling slaves would keep black people enslaved for at least 300 to 400 years. We're at the end of that time frame. And we're seeing the benefits of education for black people, getting black people in positions of power, and getting some resemblance of an equal shot, even though there's a lot of work to be done. I feel like we're finally coming out of a fog that has been centuries, years, decades old. And so when I see moments like this, no matter what happens to Fani Willis post today, because we have another day of testimony, we are all better for seeing that display of defiance, intelligence, wisdom, grace, and fury. Because guess what? Being on trial doesn't mean that you can't have your own emotions or feel a way about it. I think We're often told, oh, you on trial, you gotta be nice, you gotta be a nice person, be good, even though you know that it's fucked up what's happening to you. Smile. And what we got from Fani today was, it's okay to not smile about your injustice. You can be mad. You can be defiant. That's all I have for tonight. If you feel so inclined to contribute to the channel with my time, Cash App and Venmo is in the comments at Dapper Dan Midas, $ Dapper Dan Midas. Also, too, because we on Facebook, follow the fucking YouTube, youtube.com/Secretary of Shade. Make sure you go run those numbers up. We're doing good over there, but I need all of y'all over there at the YouTube, youtube.com/Secretary of Shade. Y'all have a great evening. I'm getting ready to go take a walk, get something for dinner. It's getting kind of late. And I'll see you guys soon. Peace and love. Oh, next Wednesday on YouTube live show. Y'all have a good one.